All right, educate me on output shafts.
Oh, hey, Drew. So this is an 18 spline 3000 GT or Dodge Stealth output shaft. You can see there's actually some wear on here, and you can kind of look at...
Yeah, you can see it.
You know, it's not supposed to be that thick, but it's supposed to be like this thick, carried all the way forward.
Right.
So if your car looks like that, yeah, you got a lot of life in it probably yet too.
Yeah.
But I would never rebuild a transmission and send it back with a client like that. So these all get replaced.
That's where you would get that thud, like the play and the driveline.
You can get a little bit of thud in there.
Yeah.
That's not super common until you get a lot more worn than this.
Okay.
But the worst part is these splines can strip, or in the case of the 18, this will just shear off completely if you do a hard launch, and you can break this. And it's really hard on your center differential because it's attempting to put all your power to your front wheels then, and you can actually smoke the VCU.
That's how you blow the VCU, yeah.
You can.
Okay.
Or towing it. That's actually really common.
When I was anticipating getting towed today, I'm like, it's got to be a flatbed. It's got to be a flatbed. Yeah.
Because I mean, I know people that have towed it to the next exit on the interstate.
No, that's just, of course, that would ruin
I
it.
worked
Yeah.
on one like that was ruined.
I would never let that happen.
But what I was saying is most 18 spline units we do, we recommend the 300M shaft.
Yeah.
Because the original ones were pretty weak, but you could be okay if you didn't launch them.
Yeah.
The aftermarket ones are made in Taiwan, and they're actually weaker than the stock ones too.
Yeah, of course.
So if you got a 25 spline car, the aftermarket ones are fine.
Yeah.
But if you got an 18, we really recommend the 300M shaft.
Okay.
I was just showing Drew here. This is a cluster here that we rebuilt today. So first of all, within our rebuild services, we include some new gears where they're needed. It's basically you get one new gear for free, one new hub and slider for free. If you have way more extensive damage than that, we'll work with you on that and try to get you either some good replacement parts that we have in stock or brand new ones, depending on that. So that's another reason it's a good idea to get this done before it really gets grinding bad, because this particular unit did have a bad third gear, and we did replace that for free.
The second and third is usually an issue on these.
Yeah, and so you can see here that those teeth are really sharp.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we put a new one on here. The mating teeth from the slider also have to be sharp because they actually form like this 45-degree angle together.
Yeah.
And that's what makes that slip in the gear, just like this. Probably easier if I set it up.
Okay. Oh, wow. Whoa, nice catch.
Slippery today. It's a little sweaty out here.
It's hot as shit.
Yeah. So see that slips right in there?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when those parts get worn out, they don't slide that easily, even with brand new Synchros.
That is the sound of quality right there.
Yeah. And
That's
same
awesome.
thing. We have brand new second gears in stock. This one, actually, the second gear was pretty good. I mean, it was really good. So we reused that. We replaced first gear in this transmission. New bearings, new synchronizers on all 5 gears, and reverse on this one. And we're getting ready to put it back in that case after we've set up all the bearing preloads.
There we go.
That case has been glass blasted. We have a brand new transmission over here that you can compare.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I apologize for the mess. We moved in literally Monday.
Yeah.
We're not done. But this is a brand new transmission that's never been run. And you can see the finish here is basically the same as our glass blasting.
Yeah, the glass
technique that we
blast
use.
actually looks, I would say, even maybe better.
Yeah,
it looks,
well, it smooths out a little bit of the casting imperfection probably.
It looks awesome.
And we've also, when we glass blast these, we run them through a wash cabinet too, and we've kind of figured out the exact amount of time to run that in the wash cabinet to get this color.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
If you just glass blast them, they're like too bright silver.
Okay.
And so we try to get closer to a stock type color here. You can see it really good here. That just looks just like a brand new one.
It does look brand new. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where's that crazy case that I took a picture of? Yeah. That looks incredible.
Frank Gaggy and his Craftworks Designs here. We are
Looks incredible.
Craftworks Industries.
Yeah.
We're putting this 7075 billet aluminum end case here. We're putting that into this brand new transmission.
Brand new
here.
JDM 6-speed, right? Is that what
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is a JDM 6-speed. We just tore this down today. Never been opened because the client wants our bell housing brace in it, which is a ring that goes around these 2 bearing races.
Yeah.
And keeps your bell housing from being destroyed on a hard launch.
No hard launch, yeah, right.
And we got brand new 7075 aluminum shift forks that go on 1, 2, and 3, 4, because you can actually break. The shift fork will crack. It can crack here sometimes, and sometimes it cracks on the other side.
What are these?
Okay, so one of those is for the reverse detent, and one of them's for like the reverse light. So you see, this is reverse.
Yeah.
So when this clicks into gear, so when that clicks into gear, this actually
Triggers a switch or something.
Triggers a switch
Yeah.
to make sure brake lights come on. I believe this is part of the detent system that helps make sure that your shift shaft here works properly.
Oh man, okay,
It
yeah.
doesn't engage 2 gears at once. This is a 6-speed one. They're pretty long.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with this one. I did the
yeah.
bushings. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this is also perfect. You know, it's really nice to look at the perfect cadmium plating on that. We do refinish these when we have a transmission that we rebuild. We do sandblast this and we paint that with high quality semi-gloss engine paint, but we haven't yet gone to the lengths of getting these replated yet. So we paint those aluminum.
Yeah, it's like a new transmission.
Yeah, I mean this is
going back in time and getting a brand new JDM.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty neat to
but
work
better.
on. That's why we got this moving blanket down here. I want to do everything to this and have not a scratch on it, and the client still feel like they have a new but better.
It's cool actually seeing this, like just walking in here. You weren't expecting me, and it's just like it's awesome.
I mean, I got here this morning when it was a little bit cooler and took this apart.
More importantly, what did you think of my car?
That is like a time capsule in itself. I mean, for a 93 or 92, I keep thinking it's a 93.
Yeah.
For a 92,
I wish it was because it would have the upgraded, better head gaskets too, right? Because I think I have paper gaskets.
Yeah, they can. Some of the earlier ones had a composite gasket.
Yeah.
And the later ones, they got the MLS multi-layer steel.
Well, I'm not going to be running 20 psi or anything.
No,
so
and
I'm
I
not
mean,
worried
I
about it.
ran a 92 car that the head's never been off of, and I mean, I got down to 12.1 just running like 60 pounds of boost.
Oh, okay.
And 112 miles an hour or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you're like sane on the tune, that's kind of all the difference.
But you agree with me that I should leave the car the fuck alone. It should be stock.
No, I wouldn't touch
take
that
care
thing.
of it.
If you want the modding bug to take over, get a different car.
Get a different car and destroy that one.
Because that thing's just too nice. It's literally like if you went into the dealership and said, or maybe a year or two after the dealer opened, said, I wanted Turbo Stealth, and they had one.
And I drove it here. Nervous as hell.
Yeah.
But I did drive it here.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look at it tomorrow for Drew. Just to help him feel a little better about it. But we did take it for a test drive, and it's behaving perfectly now. So I noticed that the ignition adjustment doesn't look right on the cast, so I want to verify that. And then Drew has some complaints about a little bit of dry shaft backlash. So we're going to take a look
just
at
to be safe.
His rear differential and see if there's excessive play in that. His car only has like 70,000 miles on it, so I wouldn't expect that. But
I forgot to mention, when I got it, it had a bad pinion seal. So it did leak fluid, but it wasn't low. I checked the fluid. I put the red line, whatever, in there, and
well, luckily, there's not a crush sleeve in these rear ends, so they're supposed to be torqued to 136 foot-pounds.
Yeah.
So hopefully they did that properly, and it's not actually loose in there.
Oh yeah, well.
So, but we can take a look at that too. But I think that's about it, Drew. I'm kind of getting ready for dinner.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
We can look at your car tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the morning, hopefully before it's 95 again tomorrow.
It's really hot in here.
We were spoiled at our old shop. We did have some AC at our old shop, but this shop's a little too big to do that to right now.
That's cool though. You got tons of space.
We do.
You have tons of parts.
Yeah, and like I said, please don't think this is how it's going to look when we're done.
They just moved. You just moved in, literally less than a week ago.
Yeah. It's literally.
And I just strolled in here. I'm like, help me. But you're very helpful.
That's why we're kind of not more prepared to help Drew. I gotta go home and get my time alike. It's just like, we're just messed right now. But we wanted to get back doing driveline stuff because a lot of you guys want your stuff, and more people want to send stuff in, and so the show has to go on. So that's why we worked about 100 hours last week in 5 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To move stuff down here. So it was over 30 pallets of equipment and transmissions, and our toolboxes, and our 1,000-pound hydraulic press.
Yeah, that probably wasn't fun. You brought the lift here, right? Or there was one?
No, there was a lift here.
That's a decent one too.
Yeah, it is. That's a Benpack TK, which I mean, I'm not an expert, but I think that's pretty top tier.
Usually when you see Benpack, you're probably in good shape.
And it seems to work great. We're waiting on there's threaded adjustment pads you can get for them. And
that's what you're talking about.
Missing on this one. And so we're going to have to make sure that we can contact your body evenly.
We might have to do the old lay on the ground under jack stands. I have 2 aluminum jack stands in my car. I'm prepared for all the worst. I'm sure you have tons of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, he's going to go home, eat dinner, and I'm going to find a hotel and take a shower because I'm sweating.
Revenge Performance is the place to get the parts and the advice to help right the wrongs on your vehicle. We partner with the industry leaders in parts distribution and warehousing to get you the best possible prices, the widest selection of parts, and the fastest shipping. With our real-time inventory on our website, if we say we have it in stock, it's ready to ship. From us or from our many national distribution partners. With hundreds of thousands of parts available, I guarantee we can get revenge on your ride.